What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the 6th Round Podcast, episode 38. And we are back to talk about some fights. UFC Paris is in the books. I hate you. I hate this.
I'm sorry.
Who do you hate?
The lighter died.
Do I keep that in? Do we keep going?
No, leave this shit in.
UFC Paris! God damn it! Why? we had
Oh my god.
We had another fight card, another UFC card. Not much going on this weekend. It was just UFC Paris.
Yeah.
Did not perform as good as the last Paris card, I would say.
The main card was really good, but the prelims just didn't really deliver to bring us into the main card and get like that main card feel and just be really excited, just finally got there and we're like, oh shit, okay, I guess we're getting into things, but it definitely took away from it a little bit.
Yeah, because 11 fight card overall, 5 prelim fights, only 1 finish on there, 6 main card fights. They did flip it around where we only had 1 decision on there. So we did get 5 finishes. So like you said, main card really did help start going faster, start popping off good performances, good fun finishes. But we start where we always start, top of the bill, motherfucking Ciryl gone, Sergey Spivak, Bongamin versus the Polar Bear.
And it went exactly like I said.
Yeah,
it was just easy for Ciryl. Just absolutely outclassed him. It was just so easy for him on the feet.
Spivak had jack shit for Ciryl.
He finished him in the second round at 3 minutes 44 seconds, but he broke that man.
Yeah,
he broke him spiritually, mentally. He was just done. He had nothing for him.
As soon as the fight started going and Ciryl started working the body right away, I think it was probably the second body shot he threw, the first nice one. I was like, oh, he's gonna break him to the body. And throughout that first round, like you said, he just breaking him down. It was just, I don't know, that was just such a classic fucking Ciryl Gane performance. You know what I mean? That really was just so beautiful to watch. Overall, how would you guys rate his performance?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, he looked great in there.
There's nothing that went terribly. Everything went perfectly for Ciryl Gane.
The one thing that is when I watch him do it, it just makes me a little bit nervous because it's with this Sergey, he tried to get the grappling going a few times. He couldn't do jack shit with it at all. Huh.
No.
I was just thinking of the one thing he did when Sergey shot the takedown and how he jumped out of it, and I don't know if he was throwing a knee at him or just jumping out of it, but then he ended up going into the sprawl and it worked for him. He got up.
Actually.
It was fucking beautiful, but it was just funny at first. I thought that's what you were gonna bring.
No, I wasn't. But no, that definitely wasn't a good thing because that seemed like a spazzy kind of oh, he's in on me, I'm jumping out from him and the cage. You know what I mean? But what I was gonna say, it was the first takedown Sergey went for in the first round, where he was a bit too far out, just shot in, and he just 2 hands on his head, just framed and just kind of circled off, and it's, I don't know, I just can't help but to think that him and his coaches, that they're still just very focused on not allowing that the grappling exchange to start at all. You know what I mean?
You think
everything is focused on stay away. But not even not even defensive underhooks and you know what it's just stay the fuck away from me. I have to stay out of these ranges at all times.
Yeah.
And it's just with that obviously he's got great footwork, he's got great range management, so he's able to use that effectively. But against actual high-level grapplers, I'm just
I wonder if that wasn't necessarily a part of the plan as much as it was just Ciryl knowing that was a panic shoot on like, you know, kind of far away, and him just being able to kind of, like, push off on his head, back out, and get him back on the feet. Like, his why get into the grappling exchange if he doesn't have to? He was absolutely fucking him up on the feet. You know what I mean? So what's the point of getting into those exchanges if he sees that it's just as easy as post off your head real quick and back the fuck out?
That's fair. That's a good point.
And to be fair, like, when it comes to, like, the heavyweight division, the amount of elite grapplers in that division is very, 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 very low. It's 0.001% of the fucking division. Like, you got Curtis Blades, Jai Alton Almeida. That's really about it.
I mean, you got Tom Aspinall there too. You know what I mean? Like,
but like, he's a good grappler. Like, but I wouldn't consider his like wrestling elite. Like, once he gets it down to the ground, I would consider it pretty elite. But like, when it comes to like the actual like takedowns, I don't know if I'd consider it elite. It's just like he's gonna have a lot better shots just because his stand-up is a lot better than Sergey's. Like,
no, yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, shit, like, just looking at his and Curtis Blades fight to Volkov, you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
Aspinall, like, took him down, just fucking ran over him round one, where, like, you know, Curtis struggled, like, you know, towards the later rounds, but yeah, it's just, that's just the thing, you know what I mean? Like, just actually getting into those scenarios, I wonder just, how it's gonna hold up. Like, obviously, it's a best case scenario for him, you know what I mean? He didn't have to show any of that, but it's still just another one of those fights where the questions aren't answered completely, so it's just, you still have those what-ifs heading into his next one, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. But like I said, like, in terms of elite grapplers, even if we count Tom Aspinall in there, that's still 3 out of the guys in the top 15, and out of everyone in the division that's outside of the top 15, at the moment, there's not anyone who I would say is really a grappler.
No,
at
yeah.
the moment.
No, that's fair.
So it's just like, if you're gonna be like deficient in takedown in like grappling, heavyweight's kind of the division to be you know what I mean? Like,
no, for sure. 100 that's definitely true, because you know, it's like you said, it's those couple of guys, and then you have like Romanov, you know what I mean? He's like,
and Romanov is, and even though like Volkov had a cheeky little fence grab in that fight, like gassed in the first round.
No, yeah, I mean, he did look much better.
And I know he did good against Blagoy, but that's also Blagoy, older fighter, never really like the most elite guy. Like,
no, yeah, I know, but
so,
like I said, it's still just that thing of, you know, just didn't get it answered. So we'll just have to see how like the fights play out, you know, and if anyone's able to get him into that range, because it's like, for the most part, no one is able to. He's just able to stay on the outside, just touch people up with straight shots, beautiful leg kicks, body kicks, like it.
that was just great. Francis and Jones.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like I was saying earlier to you too, but like, as someone who he works the body, he throws a lot of knees, so it just adds that extra threat to even trying to go for the takedown, because just the defense on it, or just like, oh, am I gonna go for this and get blasted in the face? Like,
no, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely great performance though for Ciryl Gane. Great win for him to get in his home country. And so with that, who is next for both of these fighters? We can start with Ciryl first. Obviously, as we talked about yesterday, recording for the preview, it's a bit of a crowded title picture right now.
Yeah, just because of like the title pictures are gonna be weird after. Like, no matter what, it's going to be weird after this next fight, because either Jones is retiring, and he wins and he retires. He loses and Stipe retires. Or no matter what, they both retire, and now we're sitting with a vacant title. And do you put Ciryl Gane back into a vacant title fight after one win?
No.
I don't think kind of where it's like
Sergey Pavlovich, maybe, no matter what, has to be one half of that title fight.
Well, no matter what, like Sergey Pavlovich is 100% one half of it. The next part of that was going to be, is it Ciryl Gane or is it Tom Aspinall who should be in the other half of that?
But that's where it's even hard with Tom, because it's like, even with him, it's like he lost he had that injury, but lost to Curtis Blades, has the win over Ty Burra, but then it's like, we're just going to throw him into it too.
That's kind of the thing.
I feel like just because of having like that one loss where it was just like the injury super early on, like he was like on a good run, like coming up, getting good wins. He did like get a good win over Tybura and like his comeback. With him not being in that title picture yet, I feel like you would just have to favor him. Like as of right now, like with how it stands, you would have to favor him over Ciryl Gane to be the other half of that title fight.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird part of it, is just because Ciryl Gane, like just looking at it, his past fights, it's been Derek Lewis for interim, wins against Derek Lewis for the interim, loses the unification bout with Ngannou, beats Ty, loses to Jones for the undisputed, and then now beats Spivak, and then what? You're gonna put him into another undisputed? Like, it just, at this point, it's like he's been in it. He's had his chance so many times now. It's like I want to see more.
Shit, depending on how things, like, I don't know, like how things go. If fucking he wants to fight soon and Tom wants to fight soon, what if they just fight each other for that interim title place with Sergey? Otherwise, like possible. You said, give it to Tom because it was just like the one injury, and then Curtis for Ciryl, I know you brought it up for the winner of Curtis Blades and Gilton.
Because like, I mean, if Tom and Ciryl, if they do just want to be active, they do think that like the title picture might be like a long drawn out thing, I definitely wouldn't mind them fighting each other, for the other half of title shot. But yeah, or if Tom does get it, then I feel like Ciryl Gane, he has to fight the winner of Curtis Blades, Gilton Almeida. Like that's the
one that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only one that would make sense from there.
Because Ty and Volkov are fighting, but that's not.
He beat both of them.
Yeah. So
yeah, either one of those would be great fights for Ciryl. And for Sergey Spivak, coming in at number 7, loses a rough fight to number 2. It's not.
He doesn't move anywhere. Like he's gonna stay at 7. I mean,
I could see them dropping him a little bit.
Yeah, but like
maybe
even then, like I could see it, but at the same time, it's like you're dropping him below Volkov, who's literally gonna be fighting next week anyway.
But it's not
fighting number 6. Gilton's fighting in November.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not gonna move them based on like when people are fighting, So like,
no, I know, but like it's kind of one of those weird things where I'm looking at it, it's just like, but then also it's like he's not gonna move down lower than Derek, so like at most he's moving down to 9.
That's kind of what I was thinking, honestly, or maybe even he goes to 8, Volkov to 9, Gilton to 7.
Anything move Gilton above Volkov? You said Gilton 7?
Yeah, he's fighting Blades, so, they might just do that shit.
It is the media. Who knows what the fuck the media is going to do. Like,
that's fair.
Do some weird shit.
But yeah, so, I mean...
What's next for Sergey is actually very hard.
Do you think a rematch with Tybura?
I mean, that could be on the card. When did he fight Tybura?
Oh, a while ago. That was one
2020.
Yeah, that was one of his. February 2020.
Second fight in the UFC.
So both coming, like both of them getting big shots at the top of the division. On good streaks, like taking losses, like rough losses. I feel like that's a pretty good one to like see who maintains like their top 10 spot. Really, you know what I mean?
I mean, there is.
It's not going to be a great fight. It's not going to be a hype fight, but I feel like it's a fight that makes sense.
Not yet.
I mean, another fight that would make sense at that point also, because he doesn't have a fight booked, as far as I know, would be Jairzinho.
Nah, you got to get Derek Lewis and Jairzinho up in the mix.
No, I agree with that, but like that's also like
I'm good on that.
Dependent on what they want to do with Derek and all that. Like, I mean, you could also get Spivak versus Romanov. They haven't fought.
That's true. If you want to give Romanov a little bit of step up, I would definitely be fine with that. Also, Spivak versus Romanov,
and it's not a rematch. And Tybura, didn't he just lose?
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah. So honestly, he should probably be fighting Probably, I mean, I could see them doing Tybor versus Delima.
Yeah,
Kind
do
of give
something
him
like
a
that.
jump back fight.
But yeah, either way though.
There are a couple things you can do at heavyweight with the lower half.
Yeah. But yeah. So Ciryl, either way, he's got a big fight lined up for him no matter what. And yeah, it'll probably just be Spivak fighting for a spot. But
no, yeah, 100%.
Someone on this card that fought and secured her spot as potentially the number one contender.
She should be the number one contender.
Manon Fiorot. She gets the unanimous decision win over Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose. This was a very sad one for me to watch, honestly.
Same.
Did not enjoy it.
No, neither did I.
Rose just really didn't have too much for Manon. Like, I don't know, it was just like every time they would come together, for exchanges, like Rose would land like, some good left hand switching stances or whatever, but like Manon was just always getting the better of the exchanges, just landing more punches, landing the harder punches, just
by the end of the first round you can see the damage starting to build up on Rose. Like,
yep. Her finger was fucked up too by the first round, so like it was
like early in the first round. It was like within like the first like 2 minutes of the round that happened.
Yeah, but she tried to get the grappling going. Just Manon looked too big in there, honestly, for her. Like, that's what just talking about beforehand. Her being like, oh, like saying that she's like 135, and I'm just like, she obviously doesn't cut like a lot of weight to make 125 from there, but I'm just like, I just still don't think that she's big enough for 125,
Yeah, also, like, I don't know. To me, looking at the both of them, they just looked like they look like two different 25ers. Manon looked like a fit, like, supposed to be at 25, as to where Rose looked like she kind of just put on the weight. Like, I know she was talking about, like, oh, I've been lifting weights, I've been doing this, but, like, I don't know, she definitely just didn't seem as strong as she could have been. It just seemed like she was just carrying extra weight on her.
No,
she definitely, like, to me, I saw no difference between what she looked at, like, at really 115 versus 125. Like, in terms
I feel like 115, she was a little bit more cut up. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more defined with the muscles.
But like, it wasn't. What I mean is, like, if you put on the muscle for it, like, it's going to show in the arms and like it's just going to show a bit differently than the way it looked. You know what I mean? Like what Kate is saying, she was just seemed like she was carrying just a little bit more weight, but not like really developing the strength for the division.
Yeah, because it's like, it's just like, man, not just being undersized and not being able to like grapple Manon Fiorot at all. It's just like,
I see it's going to be a very rough time at 125.
Yeah, like Aaron Blanchfield, fucking Tyler Santos, Valentina Shevchenko there. Just...
And then you got, like, the bigger ones, like Caitlin Chukagian, who's, like, used to fight at 135, if I'm remembering correctly. Like,
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But it's like, even just looking at Aaron Valentina, like, they would ragdoll her. Aaron definitely would.
Oh, so would Valentina. Like Valentina ragdoll
Alexa Grasso would have a real time just fucking out grappling her too. Like, it just, so that's what's hard. So, like, she was saying that she doesn't see herself going back down to 115. Kind of just a rough loss here in her debut at 125. Where do you guys think Rose goes from here?
I don't know. It's hard.
If she's staying at 125.
Well, would you guys like to see her stay at 125, have more time just trying to build into, like, that frame? Would you want to see her move back? Like, what?
I would like to see her build into the frame first. Because, like, this kind of came out, like, for all of us, the way we saw it, like, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And I do think, like, a little bit more time to build into the frame. Because, like, I just saw this after. It was like when Izzy moved up to 205 to fight for the title. Like, yeah, he looked a little bit bigger, but it was mainly just, it didn't look like he really cut any weight.
Yeah.
To make the weight. And that's what I mean when I said, like, the way Rose looked in there, like, it didn't look like she had built into the frame. And I think, like, having a little bit more time to build into the frame for it would definitely help.
No, for sure. What do you think, Kate? What would you like to see Rose do?
Yeah, I guess same, just because, she was talking about that last fight that she had before this, that it was just a rougher weight cut for her. So, like, if it's gonna be a rough weight cut, I don't think she should try, but maybe more time, just, actually working out and, like, gaining the muscle forward and just hopefully, just building the strength to actually, like, stay within the division. Like, that'd be cool, but she might just need more time. Hopefully this loss doesn't, like, kick her ass about it, you know what I mean? Because, like, that's the other part when it comes to Rose, is that her mental health is a whole factor into everything. And, like, I know everyone's is, but she's just much more vocal about it. So it's, like, easier for us to, like, be like, just talk about it because, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. and that's kind of the thing is also then you also have, like, the things with, like, there are, like, potential rationalizations for her as well with the broken hand, like, broken finger and not being able to really throw that right hand, so you're down a weapon, and, like, it's like...
Yeah. I mean, but she threw it all night. Like, it's not like it...
No, she was, but, like, when you're not able to, like, really make a proper fist, you're not going to be able to hit with as much pop. You're not going to be able to... So, like, there's just, like, things where you can get, like... And it's not like she did, like, terribly. She was just, like, getting outworked and getting out, like... She was just losing the exchanges, but, like, that's something that's easily worked on. You know what I mean? Like,
the one thing that I noticed right away, which had me kind of, like, worried from the beginning, she didn't have Trevor Whitman in her corner at all. And
I noticed that too.
When she was walking into the building, they were showing the people with her, and right away I was like, Trevor Whitman's not there. And I don't know why. I just don't like Pat Barry being her head coach and being the main one giving her advice.
I mean, I wasn't fully paying attention to it, or, just conversations going on. But after the first round, I definitely heard Pat Barry telling her to slow it down a bit. Like,
it just... Pat Barry is not a good coach. Like, he might be... Nah. Okay, let me rephrase that. He's not a good head coach. He might be a good striking coach.
Trevor Whitman is such a better mastermind behind everything.
That's kind of the thing. And that was the other thing that I started to think about as well, was, like, if she's, like, mainly training with, like, Pat Barry, let's say, like, where are they training at, and, like, who are her actual, like, bodies on, like, during camp, like,
because
outside of camp and during camp, like, who is she actually training with? Like, I am actually, like, very curious on that,
because I don't know, man. Like, in her last two fights, we now had 40 minutes, watching her fight, and she just, like, she's just not fighting, like, the same way that she did, like, even against Zhang Wei Li twice in a row. You know what I mean? Like, like, and it's just like, I don't know, like, fucking Andrade, like, she knows how much of a tough fight and how strong and everything, and, like, Zhang went in there and smashed her fucking, right away, so, like, her being able to put her away in the first fight and then, like, defend it, like, I'm just like, I don't know what has happened in the last, like, year or two that it's just, like, I don't know, like, she was just barely throwing kicks, like, throughout that fight. She was just kind of throwing little leg kicks, you know what I mean? Sometimes she would throw, like, to the head, but just, I don't know. It just... it was just a really disappointing performance for me.
Yeah, no, and, like, that's kind of the thing. It's like, I'm just not sure, like, what's just going on, and completely, like, none of us know, like, what's completely going on in, like, their camps. What Pat Barry is actually, like, trying to game plan on what his actual, like, methodology of coaching is, really, like, in terms of, like, the actual training throughout, like, the day-to-days and then the camp, like, what they're actually training, what they're sparring for, and things like that. We just... We can just tell by, like... We can just look at, like, the results of what's going on and, like, compare it to the fact that we know that Trevor Woodman has been in her corner and has been her head coach before, and, like, see the difference, and it's just, like... So we're just kind of... basing it off the results, but, like, without knowing, like, what they're actually, like, trying to do, it's hard to...
But on the flip side, Manon Fiorot, great performance for her. 6-0 now in the UFC, 11-1 overall on an 11-fight win streak.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we were talking about, leading in, gonna be based off performance, her, Aaron, who gets the title shot. And I feel like with getting a win like that over the former champ, you know what I mean, in Paris, co-main event, she's gotta be the one to get that title shot next, right?
I agree. I know that they threw Erin over Manon in the rankings after her win, but
I'm about to do
honestly,
old flipperoo again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
because it's like that was a good win over Tyler Santos, but like we saw that her win came from pressure, pace, cardio, with like the chain wrestling through 2 and 3, and Tyler not being able to hold up, which is fucking great.
Yeah.
But she was getting touched the fuck up on the feet, and it's like she's young as hell, so I would not mind her getting one more fight in before she gets that title shot. And it's like with Manon being on the streak that she's on, beating a former champ, like I know it went to a decision as well, but it was a much better fight. Like just fucking her up, you know what I mean? Like
versus Manon in a 5-round fight. That'd be so good. I hope we get that like one day soon. Manon's so fast with the hands on the feet, man. Like that is gonna be a problem for Aaron.
My opinion on the way that the title scene should go right now. Grasso Shevchenko 2 goes off.
Yep.
Winner fights Manon.
Yep.
Loser fights Aaron.
Yep.
That's what me and you were saying earlier.
Yep. And then if Aaron wins against Grasso or Shevchenko, then she fights the winner of Manon and the winner of Grasso Shevchenko.
Yeah.
100%.
So
all in agreement on that for sure. Hopefully that's how the fights actually play out, and we can get in a pretty timely fashion. But moving
it depends on who wins Grasso Shevchenko.
Yeah.
If it's Shevchenko, it's not really going to be as timely. But
very true. But in the featured bout on this card, at 155 pounds, motherfucking Benoit Saint-Denis was back at it again, just with a way better performance than I could have anticipated.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because he just kind of smashed Moises.
Yeah.
In under 2 rounds. Like that. That was some good shit.
Me and you were saying fight of the night potential. No, this is just performance of the night for Benoit Saint-Denis. Like,
I mean, shit, how round 1 was playing out, if it could have extended.
I mean, honestly, they did get the fight of the night bonus, though.
Did they? Let's fucking go.
Even for going to the second round finish like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But oh my god, like, Benoit Saint-Denis looked amazing. Like I was explaining, because I actually went over to my parents for this one, because I'm like, this card, I'm actually for most of these fights, I'm actually a bit more excited. Like for at least like the top 3 fights, I'm a lot more excited than next week's card. But like I was telling my dad, I'm like, look, Thiago Moises, he's been that perennial like right at 14, 15, or right outside the top 15 type guy. If he beats this guy, he is legit, and he is fucking legit.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get into brawls, like he can go far.
Because that's the thing, round 1, he would get a little bit too overextended, throwing the left hand, trying to get, like, Thiago backed up on the cage, and he was landing some big counter hooks, and so it's like, fighting like that against, like, the top guys in the division, like, yeah, he's gonna get fucking hit with some bombs, you know what I mean? But
yeah, because you got, Gaethje, Fiziev, Poirier, Chandler, like...
Yeah, but we see how shit's, kind of all backed up over there. He's still 27 years old, so he's got time to... grow and also like wait them out a little bit. Not that he'll do it on purpose, but it's just kind of coming with a lot of them. So
honestly, I don't even think it's gonna be like him waiting them out. It's just, he just literally won't even have the opportunity.
That's kind of what I meant. That's why why I said not on purpose. Like I just couldn't think of the phrase, but you know what I mean. It's just not gonna be his time. They're gonna out-time each other. It's just
because like.
As he's making his way in, they're already on their way out. Like,
yeah, Gaethje literally said like he's on this title run. It's win until he gets title, and then like keep winning or bust.
Yeah, like they're not going to be the guys losing, and then now they're at 5, and then 8, and then 10,
right?
And
it's
12,
like I know Dustin just wants a few more money fights, and he'll probably be out of there too. Like,
exactly.
Chandler,
who the fuck knows? Yeah, who fucking knows?
But I mean,
the people that we're gonna need to worry, like he'll need to worry about, are the people like Fiziev, Gamrot, Saryukian, Oliveira is probably still going to be around.
Yeah, but like he says, he's very young, got plenty of time for that. But with a win like that over Thiago Moises, like you said, you beat him like that, you are definitely a legit contender. And honestly, looking at the rankings and seeing that Diego Ferreira is at number 15 off of a win over Michael Johnson, he should 100% be booted out, and Benoit Saint-Denis should get that number 15 spot for sure.
Yes, I do. I agree with that.
And then, I don't know about you guys, but I think a very fun fight to see him have next. I would love to see him fight the Tarantula Jalen Turner.
Ooh, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Who are you thinking?
See, that's kind of the thing. It's just not where I thought you were going with it, because honestly, like, I do like that fight.
What do you think I was going to say?
No, I don't know who you were going to say. I didn't expect Jalen fucking Turner to come out of your mouth. Like, I was expecting probably like Moicano or Frivola. I'm not even going to lie. Probably one of those two I was thinking you were going to say.
I think he could steamroll a Frivola.
One of them's getting fucked up. That's all I
know. But I think he could do it to him, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
No, yeah. I mean, fucking T-Rex knocked him out. Like, yeah, he can. Like, Frivola is not, like, the most durable. He's durable, but he's not, like,
But I don't know. I like the Jalen fight. Like, I feel like that's just a more fun fight.
Once he said that, I'm like, ooh, I do like that. And it's not what I expected.
Because it's like, you know, if he gets the number 15 spot, like, Jalen's at number 12. He just lost to Dan Hooker, who's now at 9, you know? Like,
Jalen and Moicano trying to get each other for MSG?
I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, like, Jalen called Moicano out for it. Moicano want money. Him fighting an MSG can get him more, you know, get that, money. You know, all those eyes on him get more money. Like,
well, if that's gonna happen, then yeah, he's probably getting Frivola then. If like, but I don't know.
Well, that's all
we gotta get RDA out of there. We gotta get Diego out of there, and then we can get two.
I mean, honestly, if you want to leave Diego at 15, bump out RDA and put, you know, move Jalen to 11, Moicano to 12, Frivola to 13, and then him into 14.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that, but
yeah, I mean, they do that, but that's what I would prefer.
Yeah, if it's Jalen, if it's Frivola, Moicano, anyone, you know, in that space, all of those are going to be fun fights. But yeah, I just definitely think that Saint-Denis deserves a big fight like that.
Yes. It's going to be someone, it has to be someone in the top 15.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. Moving on to someone who did get a win, who's actually in the top 15, actually in the top 10. Number 9 ranked Volkan Oezdemir. He was supposed to fight Azamat, ranked number 12, I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
12.
12, yep. But yeah, so Azamat pulls out, and he gets the fucking Anthony Smith from Uzbekistan, Bogdan Guskov.
Short notice UFC debut.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, Volkan, he had no time for this one for sure. It was a little bit of rocky roads going in the start of that first round. Bogdan was hitting with some big shots where it was going to be a little bit worried. But then this guy was like, I've been doing some gripples.
Left hook. Left uppercut.
But this dude, he said, I ain't going for the TKO today. He said, give me my second career submission with a first round rear naked choke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not ever expect Volkan, this motherfucker, to go for a submission. Or just engage in the grappling in any sort of... It's like... He was supposed to just put the hands on this motherfucker. Good thing I didn't have a bet on him by knockout.
Yeah, I expected, like, ground and pound, but, like, once he, like... got him like pretty much flat down on the back. I'm like, all right, start throwing ground pound. And then I see him go for the rear naked. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, as soon as he got it, it was locked in tight.
It was over.
Started squeezing. Yeah, that good shit for Volkan though. Holds his spot.
Yep.
And do you guys think that he should fight up after this win, or do you just kind of go with the rebooking of Azamat? Do you go with someone around there? It's like,
I don't know. It's hard to say that he could fight up. Like, it was a good performance, but it was a guy making his UFC debut.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, so it's like you could go with the rebooking. You could have him fight maybe just a little bit up or a little bit down. I don't know.
So
he got paid, but it didn't do anything for like his spot, really. I don't think.
I don't want them to rebook it.
Neither do I. What do you want to see? What do you want to see?
Is someone who's right around there.
Yup. Say the name.
I want to see Vulcan versus Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Bingo! That's what I want to see too.
Because then, like, with Asimov, just book him against Ryan Spann. It's basically like damn near the same thing. Like he's fighting 12, fighting 10. 10 just lost to number 8. Like this works out perfectly to where you get Asimov Spann, Khalil Ozdemir. Everyone wins.
I agree.
And fucking
it's perfect.
Vulcan vs. Khalil is a fun fucking fight.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh, yeah. That would be so much fun. But that throw that as a featured bout on a pay-per-view or something. You know what I mean? That's guaranteed to be a banger.
Khalil wants a main event. You can do a
main event in Sweden.
Yeah, I was about to say you can do a main event with Vulcan.
Wait, is Vulcan
Vulcan's from Switzerland, trains
Switzerland,
in Sweden.
Sorry. Yeah. No, he's fighting in Switzerland.
So. He's been training with All Stars.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They were mentioning that on the broadcast.
Gotcha. Well, something like that.
It's still like he's still a European talent. Like you can just, as long as the card is stacked out with European talent, you should be fine. Like just about anywhere you go, really. And even then, like,
I definitely would not be mad with that.
No, that'd be awesome.
Going on down the main card, we had another French fighter getting a win, getting a finish. But did he deserve this finish?
No, it was such bullshit. It was such bullshit.
So weird.
I wouldn't even call it weird. It was just a terrible call.
William Gomis, 3rd round body kick TKO, apparently over Giannis. That was right to the corner of the cup. Like, that...
Yeah, it was... okay, what time was that at?
2:20 of the 3rd round where he...
So it was past the halfway point in the 3rd round. So couldn't they have gone to... No, it was right before it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
12 minutes, 20 seconds.
In a 3-round fight, it would have just had to go to the 3rd round, I'm pretty sure, and they could have called it a no contest.
But either way, it's like he gave it to him as a KO.
A technical decision or whatever,
That's what I was about to say. They could have just gone to a technical decision, which still would have sucked, but it would have been like...
But if they went to a technical decision, he would have had to call it an accident or you know what I mean, like something illegal, but he straight up just gave him the KO for that.
Yeah,
I know
he was just like, nope, that wasn't to the cup, to the body, fight's over.
And it's like on the replay, you could clearly see that it was not to the body, like it was under the belt line, it smacked the corner, shit moved around, like...
No, like even commentary was kind of like half and half on it. Like Bisping thought it was like pretty much like to mainly the hip and thigh. Paul Felder was like, no, that was pretty close. And then, shit.
I wasn't listening too much to it. I don't remember who was on the broadcast.
I forget the
Brendan Fitzgerald.
other guys. No, it wasn't Fitzy. That's the American, right? It was the British guy. Is that Fitzgerald?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, just blanking on his name. Yeah. Anyway. He was more on the cup area. So like commentary was completely split. I noticed this. Mark Ratner was in the cage, and then as the ref was leaving, he was talking to the ref like, "Yo, what the fuck was that?" Like it looked like he was like, "What was that call? Like, what did you see?" Like he was trying to figure out what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, William Gomis, he was looking good throughout that fight. But
I was about to say it. From what I was watching, like he won the first 2 rounds. He was pretty much winning that 3rd round.
It was just a bullshit call. It was
a bullshit call, but like
either way, he won. Yeah.
Yeah. But from a fake body kick to a real body kick. Because open up that main card. Morgan Charrier. Actually has a win over William Gomes earlier in their career. But he just obliterated Manolo's body with some kicks. 351 into the first round.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bro,
beautiful.
Dude, that front kick folds him. And as he's like going down, all of a sudden just coming back up and just soccer kicking him straight up into the gut. Just, oh my god, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Glorious.
He also got a bonus.
Very nice.
He
deservedly so.
I literally said
after. Yeah, Ciryl got the other bonus.
Makes sense.
Literally, as like when the ref was calling, I looked at my dad. I'm like, that's a fucking performance bonus right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Like, Jesus
Opening
Christ.
up the main card like that after all the decisions, like hell yeah.
Yeah. And moving into the prelims, not the greatest, not the most fun. A little bit slow at times. We had some decent fights, but Kate, we can start with you. What did you most like from the prelims that we had?
Farid Basharat versus Clayson Rodriguez. It was the only fight that didn't go to a decision, but that was also the only fight I was excited for. And everyone else thought it was going to go to a decision, but I knew my boy could get the sub. Let's go.
Yeah, I really thought he was just going to beat him solidly over 3 rounds.
Yeah, not same.
But yeah, you got that sub pick. That was very nice. Very nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Gingy, what about you? What you like from the prelims?
Los and Reese McKee. That was the only other fun fight really on the prelims. And holy shit, fucking Bisping is right. Fucking Reese, the Irish zombie McKee, because Jesus Christ, this dude is tough as all fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, and the fact that he actually like was this far away from finishing Luza at like the last 20 seconds of the third round.
Oh my god.
Getting absolutely beat the fuck up over like 19 and a half minutes.
No, 14.
No, 14 and a half minutes, yeah. And
ridiculous.
Then just being like, actually, wait a second, and almost finishing him.
I got hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
That was beautiful. The only thing for me that like I'll mention in the opening bout on the card, Cavalcanti, it was she making her UFC debut, catchweight bout at 140. They were saying how her last fight, like that she had was a 5-round contest, and so like I don't know, going into this, it did seem like she just started a little bit slow. First 2 rounds weren't that great. Second round she picked it up a little bit more, but that third round she really did start putting it on Zara Fiam. Yes. So yeah, that was just a pretty solid performance towards the back half of that, and I mean she can get a little bit quicker, or if she actually starts moving up and getting like 5-round fights, then she could probably have some fun main events.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was weird to listen to the commentary on this one because they were talking about like how Zara has all this kickboxing experience, but she was getting outclassed in the kickboxing, and it's just like, okay, whatever. And then they get to the Nora fight, and they're like, yeah, France has such a storied history in Muay Thai and kickboxing. I'm like, that's not really what you were saying when it was Zara fighting.
Yeah, but even with Zara getting outclassed, she's 39 years old.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like
not trying to take away from Jacqueline at all, but it's like
no, but like Zara's was 39, 6-5 in MMA.
Now calm 6-6.
Yeah, 0-4 in the UFC. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Triangle choke, lost to Megan Anderson, lost to Felice Spencer by ground and pound. Josiane Nunes by decision, and now Cavalcante by decision.
Yeah, so she's definitely getting cut, but let's go Cavalcante.
Yeah, I mean, cut or retiring.
Yeah. But
wait.
Yeah.
Forced retirement maybe.
That's gonna wrap up motherfucking UFC Paris. Let's go. Not too bad overall, not too great though. Solid like 6 or so out of 10 overall, something like that. Around there maybe.
Yeah.
But hell yeah. That's gonna bring us into though our Tapology picks. Our Tapology picks.
Let's go. Me and Jimmy won.
Yup. Tied for first place. Very nice, very nice.
530 points.
I had one more pick right overall, but you had one more perfect, same amount of decisions and semi-perfect, so we split that difference there. And Ginger...
Ginger didn't tie for first with us.
Almost tied for last. Not too far off for that overall in the group. But
to be fair, yeah. I was looking good. Like, first 2 fights, all right, I got right. Got the next 3 wrong. But then throughout all the main card, I was at least getting the fighters right. And I'm like, all right, if this keeps going.
Yeah, you were 15 away from me at one point, but then I got the...
Furrow.
Yeah, well, the Benoit perfect, the Furrow decision, and then, the semi-perfect for Ciryl.
Yeah, got the semi on Ciryl. The main card wasn't too great for me, but Morgan, I got that perfect on. Then got some decisions on the prelims.
Yeah, it was kind of a shit week, but I pulled myself up to tie for first, so I'm happy.
Let's go! And Ginger still came in last, so let's go!
Yeah. Alright, so now moving on to UFC 293.
UFC 293.
Ginger's like, yeah!
But yeah, because we're moving and shit this week, so, it's just going to be busy. A lot going on. So we're just going to hit the quick UFC 293 preview, because it's really not that great of a pay-per-view overall. That main card, that pay-per-view portion is not great.
Lacking.
This is going to sell terribly, probably. But in the main event, headlining from Sydney, Australia, we got motherfucking Izzy Adesanya. He's back defending the middleweight title against the most deserving number 1 contender in the sport today, Sean Strickland.
Alex Pereira himself said that Sean Strickland has a better chance than Dricus to beat Izzy.
Let's go. Hey, he fought him, he sparred with him, he trained with him, learned English from him, fought Izzy, you know what I mean? I feel like he's got a pretty good,
Who would know better?
Who would know better?
I mean, to be fair, like, that is kind of a decent point, but at the same time, it's
know. I love this fight. I'm so excited for the press conference.
Yeah,
that's really the biggest thing I'm excited for is just the press conference, because...
Yeah.
It just sucks because even Strickland said, he's just like, it'd probably be smart to grapple. That's probably the right thing to do. I'm probably not going to do that, though. Like, I haven't done that before. Like, he's just saying that he's like, yeah, I don't do that, so I'm probably not gonna, but I probably should.
Jiu-jitsu doesn't work.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu's not real.
Like, he's got a black belt. He could definitely fucking out-grapple Izzy. But he's just gonna fucking walk in front of him and stand there and just throw punches at him and not check leg kicks. And
I was about to, you want to know what Izzy's gonna do if Strickland gets into the pocket? It's literally gonna be like the first Whitaker fight where he just leans back, catches him with like that shovel uppercut left hook thing, and just hurt him. Like,
so Izzy finishes him in under 2?
Probably, actually. Like, yeah, I could legitimately see that.
He said he's gonna paint his nails and knock him out with the hand I painted his nails with, because he's talking shit about, like, because Sean talked shit about that one time, about how Izzy paints his nails.
Which is funny, because, like, Chuck Liddell painted his toenails.
No one talks about it.
Yeah, I know, it's like...
But yeah, so...
Shut the fuck up.
Sean is gonna go out there and sub Izzy.
I would love that. That would honestly be so much fun. It would be so funny. The UFC would be so upset.
Oh my god.
That would be great. But yeah,
what do you mean? We'd have 2 out of the 3, Jimmy. That'd be 2 out of the 3. The only other one that would need to win would be Colby.
We don't need that.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about him. He doesn't complete that.
Yeah, fuck Colby. But yeah. The press conference is definitely going to be a more, like, what's going to happen, I don't know, like, anticipation than the fight. But yeah, let's go. That should be fun. Co-main event, though.
I hope Izzy's smart enough not to do what he did with Dricus and start, yelling those things. Because Strickland will say it. Strickland will say it.
I hope he does. A little bit. A little bit. I don't know. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Let's fucking go. But co-main event though, we got a pretty great striking fight at 265. The motherfucking heavyweights, they're back. Tai Tuivasa versus the big bad Russian Alexander Volkov.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a great fight. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this.
I hope Tai wins.
Yeah, I hope so too, but
I think Volkov's gonna win.
He's so long. He's such a technical striker. I just see him putting a nice, good old 1-2 front kick to the belly on him.
5 inches taller than him, 5 inches longer in reach.
The only thing that I can see happening is like that Derek Lewis situation where Volkov gets tired, makes that one mistake, eats a right hand, and then just ground and pound finish. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, bro, Ty's a fucking banger. Like he's gonna go in there.
He can do that, but more than likely, what's gonna happen is Volkov is probably gonna put it on him and probably gonna win a decision. Although he can knock him out, but Ty's tough as fuck.
I'm going Volkov first round knockout. Let's fucking go.
Sad.
Very sad. I hope Ty gets first round knockout. Someone's going down in one, in my opinion. That's gonna be a fun ass fight. They're gonna go after it. Ty's gonna be looking to pop all the fucking shoeies afterwards. Like he's in Australia. He's going for it. Let's go. Feature bout though. Ginger's boy is finally getting a fucking fight. Hopefully. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully, knock on wood.
I swear to God, if this dude pulls out within the next week, I'm gonna be pissed.
Manel Kopp finally back. Supposed to be fighting Kai Kara France. Would have been a pretty meaningful and big fight in the 125-pound division. But instead he gets Felipe Dos Santos, 7-0 from Brazil, making his UFC debut, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
his last fight was in LFA.
22?
Yeah.
Shit, this dude's getting fucked up.
Born on 9/11.
Yes.
Poor Dos Santos, but
Kopp first round knockout.
Maybe we'll see, but yeah, Manel probably looks good and just maintains his spot in the division with that.
Yeah.
Just able to get a paycheck going like that.
That's really about it.
Moving on down.
One of those ones where I feel completely fine with them rebooking Kopp and Kai Kara France.
Oh, for sure. If Kai's not going to be back,
meaningful fight.
Yeah,
because what happened with Kai again? Oh yeah, concussion.
Yeah.
Yep.
But below that, we got another heavyweight fight. The worst Tafa brother, in my opinion. The one that I love to make fun of because the first UFC fighter in heavyweight history to miss weight. Absolutely beautiful thing to do. They rebooked him against Austin Lane, which and then eye poked like real.
29 seconds into the first round, just a real bad eye poke.
Yeah.
So that hopefully we actually get a fight out of this one. Unlike the last time. Yeah. But yeah,
not much to say. Like Austin Lane was making his UFC debut in that fight. Like I don't know a lot about him. He lost to Greg Hardy in Contender Series. Like there's not much to say about this fight. I think Tafa wins.
He should win, hopefully.
And that's really all I've got for this fight. Just because it's like, there's not much to say about Austin Lane. Like,
yeah.
I think losing to Greg Hardy says enough.
Yep, that's really it. Pay-per-view opener, though. Another Aussie fighting in this fight. We got a whole bunch of Aussie fighters on this card. Tyson Pedro back at 205 against Anton. I would assume that Tyson should probably win this fight, but I don't know. 5-4 in the UFC overall. He's got wins over the great Harry Hunsucker, Ike Villanueva. He beat Paul Craig and Khalil Roundtree to start off his UFC run. It's crazy how great those wins have aged and how bad he's done since.
I was about to say. And I mean, his losses aren't like terrible losses. Like Alir Latifi, OSP, Shogun Hua,
that's not great.
Modestus Bukauskas.
Those all aren't great.
No, they're not. Well, I mean, to be fair, 2017, Alir Latifi, like, he was 12-5. And even then, like, when he fought... I want to see.
Yes, like when he fought OSP and Shogun, he was 7-1, 7-2. They're 22-11, 25-11.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And like
way past their prime, like it just.
True.
No, yeah.
Like as the young up and coming prospect, he should have been winning those. You know what I mean? But but yeah, Anton, he's 0-2 in the UFC. Debut lost to Jailton Almeida, then loses to Vitor Petrino afterwards. I don't really got the most high hopes for him, but yeah, like I said, Tyson probably should get this win. Hopefully, it's a fun fight overall, though. Other than that, though, yeah, like that's the pay-per-view. That is not going to do good in terms of pay-per-view buys at all. Like 200,000 at most, maybe at most.
Maybe.
I might bump that just up to like 250. Just because maybe the press conference built a little bit of hype.
Maybe.
But that's really about it. Like, at moment, if this were to have, like, if this card were to be like, all right, it's tomorrow and they're trying to sell it, like, yeah, I'd see like 200,000.
Yeah.
But like with the press conference, like, I could see it maybe bumping it up a little bit.
That's fair.
And if and this is just like domestically, this is just like United States.
Nah, 100%. That's all that matters in terms of the numbers. But
no, I know.
But yeah, on the prelims, you got some more city kickboxing guys though. Carlos Oberg back on the card, Blood Diamond on the card, Shane Young. Any fights you guys are excited for on the prelims?
And Carlos Oberg and Don Jung, that should be a good fight.
Yeah, that should be a good fight. Jamie Malarkey, John McDessie.
Yeah, Jamie Malarkey always down for a scrap, so that should definitely be a fun one.
Now for Hapras back.
Yep, against Landon Quinones, who lost on Tough, so, you know.
That's a fight that exists.
Yeah.
It's a fight that exists, and it's another example of someone not winning Tough and then coming into the UFC out of...
Let's go.
Right after.
Yep.
But that's going to wrap up UFC 293 from Sydney. And the last little thing for us to do, which we haven't done in a little bit. Who's that fighter? Are you guys ready for this terribleness this week?
Yep.
No.
Do I start easy and then go hard?
No.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever I want?
Yeah, whatever order you want.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 1, first one to go. Who's that fighter? Don't pay attention to the hands.
All main card?
Yeah. Who you feeling like that could possibly be, Kate? Vocalize your thoughts. What do you got going
on? There's not much going on up here. I'm looking. This person has hair. A lot of people on the main card don't have hair. So, you know, I'm trying to process of elimination.
Yup.
But I'm like, is that short guy hair and, you know, smaller frame? Or is that like Manon with her hair pulled back hair, you know? I'm gonna go.
Something, just anything?
I'm gonna go Benoit.
Benoit.
Yeah.
Danger!
Is this the hard one?
Yeah, I went with the hard one first.
Oh, this is the hard one?
Yeah.
Benoit Saint Denis.
You went Benoit?
Yeah.
Kate went Benoit? It's Benoit Saint Denis.
I'm not even gonna lie, the second it popped up, I'm like, oh, that's Benoit Saint Denis.
I was not 100% sure on that.
Well, That was indeed the hard one. So now we'll move on to, which I think is probably, let's go with the easiest one next. Number 2. Who's that fighter?
Is this the easiest one?
I thought so. Maybe the next one's the easiest one.
Okay, I think it's him.
You think it's no time?
I just hate how deceiving pictures are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
that's why
motherfucker's arm looks so tiny.
Uh-huh. All main card. Only. No prelims.
I know. Yeah, I'm going Vulcan.
Vulcan? Ginger!
William Gomez?
William Gomez is your guess?
Yeah.
Kate went with
that's
Vulcan
I didn't even think
Oezdemir?
of him. You're so right.
The correct answer is William Gomez.
Oh my god, you're so right. I don't know why, like, that just... I kind of wasn't looking at any of those fights. I had, like, the last 4. I'm like, yeah. Because I knew that he looked tiny, and I couldn't think. I'm like, Vulcan's smaller than Ciryl, and it's a bald guy.
I know, it's like, because you're saying that, I'm like, you just look, and you're just like, Vulcan or Ciryl. I'm just like, there's a way smaller guy on there. I was like, there's 2
yeah, I don't know
guys.
why. I just totally,
that's so funny.
Skipped over that.
But let's go. Number 3. This could actually potentially be a lot easier. I know, I'm sure Ginger's going. You'll probably both get this right away. Number 3. Who's that fighter?
Can I just deafen? Can we just like?
Who is it?
Okay. Can we say it at the same time? Can we just count that down? Because that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Ciryl.
The correct answer is Manon Fiorot.
No,
but it's just that is real funny looking.
It's just hilarious when I saw them. Alright, that's Ciryl.
Because the head, the ear, just like the way there's no definition in like the legs, so it just looks really fucking funny.
It just looks like a skirt, to be honest.
Yeah, I once I was looking at that as I sent, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Oh man, that was good though. Ginger got all 3. Kate only missing Gomez. No respect to him. Didn't even look at him on the card.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Crazy.
but you know who.
Well, let's go. That's Who's That Fighter. A fun edition that we haven't done in a little bit. Happy I got that done. Nice little end to the podcast. And as always, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Press the buttons, all the buttons. Drop a comment. Let's go. We also got all the links in the description. Check out the Twitch that me and Ginger got. We got some streams going on as always. You know what I mean? Ginger's playing UFC 4. Sometimes me and Kate are playing some games. Most of the time we're watching fights. Come hang out with us. But other than that, peace out, and we'll catch you for the review of UFC 293. Let's go.